Hi. Ach, der Nerd-Onkel. Ja, moin auch. Alrighty, international starts, so this is where I will be starting. What's good, people? Welcome back to the Nerd Crate, the Instagram version. Maybe a few of you will be wondering why I am streaming live here. Maybe some of you didn't see the post, so just to explain real quick, 10 years ago in April, I don't know exact date, it's been this far back, so I believe even Instagram doesn't know the exact date anymore, so it just said April 2015, and that's when I thought, we're still in the year, let's make a 10-year anniversary, and I never was on here live, so let's do it this way. It's not gonna be a big of a celebration. I just thought to do something else because out of all the profiles that I've actually been doing this with, this one right here is the most successful with over 7,000 followers, which is pretty substantial, I would say, for a small profile. I don't want to bring it down, but it's just little old me, so I think that's pretty substantial. So yeah, thank you for following me for 10 years and making this thing grow and grow and grow and grow. I know some of the news don't always click with you. Most of you guys are here for Transformers news. Most of you guys are here for Combiner news. One of my most recent posts actually went over 1,000 likes alone, which was in clicks, I believe 150,000. And the whole thing brought my profile up to 1.1 million accesses, whatever that is supposed to mean. Maybe if you just flip through it and it pops up, maybe that's an access already. So I don't know. That was pretty substantial to me. So that was quite insanity, I gotta say. That was a range that I didn't think to get around to. So yeah, thanks again. I might do this more often if it's more successful. It's the first thing I ever do over here. That's why I don't think too much will come out of it, but I just wanted to do it with a few things to unbox and a trusty mug full of granulated tea like we used to drink when we watched our favorite cartoons, right? So cheers. Here's to you folks. I hope this is available afterwards, so I don't quite know. Also for the German people that are watching, why is this dude talking English now? Because this right here is pretty much the true international part of my, of all my pages, because everything else I do German, but these are, these right here, this is just where everybody really comes into. I've seen names and nicknames from India, America, England, overall the world pretty much. So that's why I just wanted to actually do this. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Currently 2 people in here. It was 4 at one point. I don't know how long I will be doing this, and you can watch this just afterwards. Like maybe I will make this available on YouTube also, if people are interested to see this. I'm just having a little bit of music on, and then we'll see how this goes. I currently think about 1,000, 1 hour of letting this go. So yeah, we'll see. For those that are here and wondering, AMA means Ask Me Anything. So if you want to know something connected to me in whatever way, shape, form, just hit me up. I will try and answer as truthful as I can. Man nennt mich Wolf. Moin. Ah, Jacob. See you too. So yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. Napund. yeah, you need to tune in English. I'm doing this in English, you know, because this is, like I said before, you didn't hear that. This is the true international version, you know, like over there YouTube mostly is the German guys, but over here everything pretty much tunes in where everyone's tuning in. So that makes a whole lot more sense. 6 people now. 7? Now back to 5. Would be cool if Instagram knows how to make up its own mind, but yeah. Toys going by. Hey, what's up, dude? So yeah, a lot of people in here. Let's give them a few waves. Let people feel welcome. There's no gifts or anything or super chats or whatnot. This is just a chat. That's all it is. So yeah. 7 people. Like, fire away. What do you want to know? If you want to know something about me, I've been doing this for 10 years, so there might be something that you might want to know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I would ask, actually. But yeah, if you thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Have a great evening. But yeah, whatever you want to know, just rip away. And I will be trying to answer truthful, like I said. I got a few things I want to unbox too. So I think I will be doing this right now. And after an hour, we'll see where we're at. I believe that makes more sense. Last weekend, we had a little, a little passion project retro toy convention going on in Bensheim, which is, if you are not familiar with Germany, pretty central in Europe overall, near Frankfurt, which is called the Luxor Fantastic. And there was this little comic drafter, which was a cool dude, and also seemingly a sneakerhead. And so we were talking, and he made a sketch for my girlfriend. And afterwards, I complimented him on the sneakers, because he had a pair of Jordans on that looked pretty fire, I gotta say. My girlfriend didn't like the colors too much, but I enjoyed it. And afterwards he said, "Hey, you enjoy sneakers too, I've seen you." And he just handed me this. And that's cool. That's a little sneaker quartet, little sneaker kind of memory in 16-bit style, which is cool. So we got a few nice ones here. This is all weird. Usually it's all mirrored, and now it actually follows me. So we have all the 16-bit graphics on here with a few classic sneakers pictured here with a few stats. Some of them are pretty crazy. So that's just the cover, and then you have the roots of it, and then we go to the first one, which is the old school Adidas Superstar. Ah, hey Jenny. So that's cool. All like I said, 16-bit, and some cool stats. Released in 1970, Texas, the shell toe. Retail resale is at 109 euros and resell at 2,388 bucks. Easy, it gets crazier. Comfiness gets a 2, which I can copy, but the style is where it's at. And there's just so much more. We have the OG Adidas Campus. We have the Adidas Simba. Whole lot of Adidas. With stuff that I've actually never worn myself. Photo Mid OG. Guidance. And then we get to the craziest thing, and I believe the most known sneaker, also probably the most expensive sneaker that has been around, which is the original Jordan High, which was released in 1985. It's pretty much the high point because it was the start, and also just, pun intended, where the whole Nike and Jordan brand just took off, you know. Was released 1985, the text Air, I mean, it was specifically engineered around Michael Jordan's foot itself, so that's something. The retail were a measly 65 euros. That was something around, I don't know, 70, $80. The resale currently goes for about 27,880 bucks. That is crazy. With a high style and good confidence. And it just continues from here with the Nike Air Max Plus, Air Max 90, Air Max 1 OG, and all of the sorts. We have newer stuff here too with the Adidas Ultra Boost, and it's all done in Super Nintendo style, which is pretty cool. Air Force Ones are here, Concord, Reebok Pump Omni Light, also one which I've never worn, but an interesting shoe to look at anyway. Resale is very easy, 160 original price as retail and 520 as a resale, so that's okay. Reebok Question, I've never worn that. Reebok Shag Attack is also pretty cool. Also maybe a little bit hard to do with in this pixel style because it's predominantly black with some white highlights. ASICS Gel Light V, a shoe I have never heard about. I think maybe they could have also looked at different shoes like from DC or whatnot, because DC shoes, which was funded by Ken Block, rest in peace, drivers and drifters legend pretty much. And we got some Vans here. It's also big skater, skater brand. Vans old school, and that looks true old school too. That's pretty dope. So yeah, there's a lot in here, and it was just nice. You know, we were talking and whatnot. He, like I said, he gave the sketch to my girlfriend, and then he was like, "Oh, sneakers. Hey, that's cool. Here, I got something for you." And then he pulls out this deck for free, which is cool. I didn't expect to get anything. Maybe he sold it and those were leftovers, but then again, he didn't need to do that. So thanks again. I know I had your card somewhere. I don't quite know anymore where it is, sadly. But if we return next year, which I believe we will, then I will definitely hit you up again and say thanks again, because that's a nice gift. I'll keep it like that. It's clean. Still have the little sliding thingamajig here, so I will just keep this around to have it tidy. I don't know about you, but I like to keep such stuff tidy if I'm able to. Also, super old school box, like with a truck and supercar quartets back in. So I think that's nice. That's super cool. Okay, you got it. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I don't know why the pot is not that super level. Nevertheless, granulated cheese, delicious anyway. So yeah, that was that. I believe so, because it's my stream and I don't want to get bored, and I only have music on until I wait for maybe any questions. I don't know. Let's just head directly to the next. There's something for you, dear. The new Superman came in. It's been here for 2 days, and I haven't unboxed it yet because I wanted to do it here. It's a special edition from Play On. German movie and also movie edition collectors know that brand or that label as formerly Koch Media. And I saw this, and that was pretty much perfect, because in this movie, heritage and his past is strong. So I wanted to have this one. I just got also a fresh blade in the scalpel, so we can just open that up and look what it's about. I will not watch this or rewatch that the second time next week, until next week, because originally, until Life and Fate and whatnot struck, my girl and me wanted to see this in cinema. I ended up going with my best friend, and then she wasn't able to check it out, and so I will rewatch that the first time ever next week, but together with her. So what's cool, we got the usual cardboard thingy around it, so that comes off to have all the details and the age restriction just peeled off. And then we have this. This is the actual steelbook, and that is super fucking cool. Totally Fortress of Solitude, and the best part, the fortress somewhat opens up with a sleeve, which is really, really nice. And I think that is a job supremely well done. And Superman is stepping out. So that is a very, very nice one. So on the inside we have him a little bit more walking towards the audience with the two discs. I believe with one, yeah, the one being the Ultra HD and the other being the Blu-ray. And since I don't do the hype of Ultra HD, I will just flip places of the discs and have the Blu-ray in front. Little sad with such an edition that it's all super fancy, it looks amazing, but on the inside there's nothing to read. With such editions, I always like if there's a small booklet or whatnot and you have something to read. But the print overall is very, very nice. Continues on the side, all partially varnished, as you see, you know, it's all a little bit set up. So I enjoy that. Hey, what's up, dude? So yeah, new Superman is coming in. Rewatch next week. Like the slipcase is not super cleanly glued. You have a clear part that actually catches on your fingers, which is weird. But the thing looks great, and it keeps the steelbook safe. And it just looks really, really good. Like how the iceberg wraps around the additional graphic of the slipcase. That's super cool. G1 Race, what's up, man? So that was that. I also got a toy to unbox, but we're gonna get that in a minute. So like I said, 10 years of the Nerd Crate. If you want to just hang out, that's cool. If you want to ask me something, it's called an Ask Me Anything for a reason. Whatever you want to know, just have at it. I'm gonna have my granulated tea. Cheers to you. What's up, man? Good to see you. So yeah, today was a good day. We had one of those last sunny days in Germany, near Kassel, where I live, which is smack dab in the middle of Germany. So I went a little bit to town on my car. There were a few little spaces or places of rust that I was actually able to get rid of with some rust converter. That was nice. Painting that also worked. Cleaned the inside of the car, so like the interior, little detailing and whatnot. So that was good. That all worked to plan. And just try to get in some sun, because I don't know about you guys, but I cannot stand this time of year anymore. Like, I need my sun, I need my warmth, I need my birds to give me some greetings in the morning. It sounds maybe overly romantic or maybe a little bit weird, but I just can't do that dark stuff anymore. I mean, it's in Germany, it's barely through 8:30 p.m. that is, and it's dark, and I feel like last week it was still sunny out with the sundown slowly approaching, but now you're left with, okay, it's the afternoon and the sun is already on its last round. So I don't know, man. I also feel in the blues a little bit, especially was yesterday evening. I'm good again, but yesterday was just weird. So, it's funny because the audio is ahead of your movement. You were talking while drinking your coffee. Yeah, maybe. I don't know about resolution, bandwidth, and whatnot to your place. So, maybe that's a little bit weird. I don't know. Like over here, I look synced, you know, so that's not a problem. But if that's the only thing and everything else is clear and you can see anything, that's all I want. So that is okay. Where you situated, dude? I want to know that. Toy Master Raw, what's up, man? Also not a coffee. In the evening, I don't drink coffee. I drink that granulated tea we had when we were kids, you know? That stuff's still around. Like the citrus taste version when we watched that hot or cold and with our cartoons. You remember that stuff? I hope you do. Los Angeles. Oh, okay, Los Angeles. That means Los Angeles is West Coast. What is that, like 11 a.m. for you? Is that correct? Something like that, right? 11, 12 a.m. for you? Because East Coast, we're 6 hours ahead of the East Coast. So, yeah, California. That's something that I want to travel to still. I was in Orlando in 23. And had a little road trip with a friend of mine from Orlando, 13 hours I-95 north over to Virginia, and also then a day later 2 hours further to Baltimore. Yeah, see, I was right. 11:37. Yeah, see, it's 8:37 p.m. over here, so exactly 9 hours. That's cool. So yeah, I had that road trip going with a Ford F-150 Lariat, and in 2018 I went to Chicago. I was at TFCon. So yeah, I miss the States. I need to return, but I think I'm gonna wait 3 or something years. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to get got by ICE or whatever. So. I don't need that. If I'm going to do a vacation, I'm going to do vacation. And not sat in jail or something, you know? Yeah, TFCon in March. I wish. I got actually planned with my girlfriend to fly over to London. Want to make a little bit of a getaway. But LA is one of the plans actually. I wanna get to LA. I want to get to San Francisco, maybe Vegas. So there are a few cities that I still want to see. Philadelphia, whole Pennsylvania area, New York, a little bit more of North Carolina. Want to see maybe Ric Flair's hometown, you know, Charlotte. So that would be something. I love the States. I love the whole culture, the old Americana with a muscle car and trucks. That's my jam. So that's definitely a little plan, 100%. And with that girl now, that's actually the plan. Like in the next few years, I don't know. Someone's got to pay for that stuff, you know. So yeah, welcome guys. A few more people in here. Like I said, if you want to know anything, it's an AMA. So hit me up with whatever questions you want to know. I try and answer truthfully. And otherwise, I've been doing this right here now for good 25 minutes. I would do it about an hour, and go from there with my evening, I believe. But there's still one more figure I want to unbox that I will be unboxing in a few minutes, and then we have a little something to look at, because the newest wave of Masters of the Universe, New Eternia, was actually released in Germany this past week, which is wave 18. I already reviewed, German of course, but still, the new Hordak, which is cool. And this one we got from our storage. I don't know if you guys know, I'm part of a little shop we call the Collector's Bay. And so I am most fortunate to just go into the storage and grab this and review it, and you can get this guy later after it went back to storage at a reduced rate. Sadly though, we are currently not shipping to the US because the prices for you to get it at a good rate would just be ridiculous, so we don't do that. But anyway, I love these guys. New Eternia gives me so much joy because you have the old toys in new, better articulated current toy standard, to call it like that, with amazing artworks, less play feature, but good accessories. The bummer, we don't get the bio that you guys got. So if I want to see what the story is behind this guy, because the story behind this, if there's a story at all, then it's a little different than the original. It was so with Hordak, I believe it will be so with Tila, and I guess it will also be with this Cobra Khan. I was never that big into Snake Man, but when I saw this in my storage with all the metallic green goodness on there, I was like, maybe I need to look at this guy. And so I will. But since it's going back to storage, I will not be cutting the tape. I like to peel it off carefully and see if I can open that bag up like it is. And it looks like I can. And then this is just a small unboxing, and we will be looking at this guy. In theory, we can look at this guy tomorrow. It's easy. It's just a new Eternia figure, so the articulation is the same as the usual, but there's just a lot of new stuff with this guy. New head sculpt, and let's ask a classic question. Okay, there we go. Finally, someone. What made you start all these years ago? That truly is a classic question. And that is actually a very fair question, and something that is easy to be answered and not answered at the same time, because I knew I wasn't doing something new or overly specific to the whole scene, but I wanted to see if I can do that, at what quality, if I can add something of true merit to the whole scene. And since I got a pretty high standard of doing things, I knew that I would, so that's what made me start. With some success here and there. Sadly, no real appreciation from any toy companies. You know, when you see people like The Amazing, or I don't know, in Transformers terms like Mag Motion or whatnot, where you are actually also kind of get sponsored in a certain way from the companies. You get pre-production samples and whatnot. I had that way back with Fans Hobby, who actually set me up with the guard bomber for their power baser. And was there something else? I believe no, but they also hooked me up with an upgrade kit for this guy, which made him more stable, which I ended up never assembling. But that was pretty much it. And at the very beginning, this wasn't Tim K's Nerd Crate. At the very beginning, I didn't mean to do YouTube videos. At the very beginning, this was just called the Figure Photography Crate. And I would be doing photos. And not very good ones. I actually was able to figure it out very fast that I'm okay in front of the camera, but not as good in front of the camera as to truly set me apart, which was a bummer. Little question, how do you usually peel these things out of the clamshell? Because right now, I will probably just cut these little plastic thingamajiggies out. Otherwise, we will be sitting here a whole lot longer than just an hour. I was just able to do it. Wow. That was caked in here good. We got a club. Wow, that is green. Damn. So yeah, if it doesn't work the way, I'm gonna cut it out, because otherwise you will hear all the crackly bits. We don't want that. So yeah, when I figured that the photos weren't that good, I thought to myself, okay, you can still do it, but do it at your own speed and whatnot, and how you want to do it. If it works, okay, cool. If not, someone will watch, but if they don't, then they just don't. And then I thought, when I was looking through YouTube, that there are a whole lot of people just doing their reviews, like really on dirty windowsills or dirty places anyway, dusty and all. And I was like, you can do better than that. Like, you have ideas in your head, you can come up with a review place and such. And so I did. And at first it didn't start out with like the soft boxes, super professional lights and whatnot. I used the construction site light, like these big work lights or these small work lights, an LED, 10 watts. That's all it took, and the light was okay for what it was. And I built some pillars from cardboard for that, and that was it. And it worked for a good while. But I wanted to do something different, and then I upgraded a little bit. And yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at now, and constantly pretty much also trying to come up with new graphical thingies to add to my videos, changing the style of my thumbnails and the way to do videos, also shortening a little bit, because you know, attention span of people is nowadays so short that you need to keep things crisp and on the point, otherwise you lose people. It's just that, like, that's why also the viewership on this thing right here just flickers. It was 2, 7, 4, 6, down to 2, up to 7 again. I feel like in now today's day and age, people can't keep their attention on one thing for, I don't know, 5 minutes. And it's all due to Reels and TikToks. And that's something where I probably fight a losing battle. But I'm doing the videos that I want to do. And either people watch it or they don't. And that's how I roll. So, here we got Cobra Khan. And fucking hell, does this thing look good. Oh man, I can't collect Snake Man now. I just can't. Wow. Like this, his paint doesn't come through the way at all on camera. Really. But he's overly so incredibly metallic green, it's not funny anymore. Oh, elbows highly stiff, so that I gotta see how to break it open. The hands are a little weird, just dark green. Oh wow, the elbows are a problem. I gotta see if I can get this open. Oh, okay, that's nice, cool. You can actually articulate the jaw. That is nice. Man, this thing looks good. I shouldn't have. I just fucked over myself. I'm constantly struggling with my setup. I think I'm happy where I'm at right now with what I have, at least for now. I hope you don't hate me for this, but do I know your channel? I feel like we didn't exchange messages ahead of this. So I wanna check out your channel. I'm always looking for new channels to check out and maybe see something that I didn't see before. Maybe help. I tried to do that when I started out. How to tell people how they can do videos easily. And then there were comments coming around, huh, dude doesn't even have 200 subscribers and tells people what to do or how to do it. And I was like, that's not the topic or the intention of this video at all. So, people are fickle. Anyway, that guy is really fucking awesome. Like super pearlescent green paint. Okay, the knees are good. The knees are really, really good. There are certain problems always with these new Eternia figures. Elbows weren't a problem in quite a while. The feet seem to be a problem again. I mean, they're movable. Yeah, you can crack them open. Okay, that's okay. That works. Let's see the other one. That's always interesting. Like, that's where Mattel has a little bit of a problem with the tolerances in their feet and whatnot. Question by Christopher Bachard. Which Masters character, by my opinion, wasn't written well in TV format? Huh. Wow. Like, what are we talking here? Are we talking original Filmation? Are we talking 200X? Are we talking Revelation? Are we talking Revolution? Are we talking New Adventures? Because I feel like that's a hard question, and I don't know if it's possible to answer that fair and square for the character. Doesn't that make sense? Because you just have your mains. That's just part of the show, pun intended. Oh! Yeah, you can crack open the elbow, I believe. But then I will crack the whole joint, I believe. So, there's some warm water to be had. Otherwise, this guy is good. And we got some accessories. I don't have a YouTube channel. I just meant for photography in general. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. What are you using, dude? Out of interest. So... I know that Cobra Khan comes with his whole, like... I don't know how the word is in English snake terms / lore. This whole... when they just fold out, you know, like the Dilophosaurus style. Which also, fun fact, is something they don't know if that actually happens on the dinosaurs. Okay, same glorious green on this bit as the rest. Let's see here. Huh. Interesting. Does that need to come off? Oh, he comes with claws. That is interesting. So hands be gone and you get some pearlescent claws. That is interesting. So yeah, like the whole thing kind of wraps around the head. I just have to see. Oh, you have a little bit you poke out of the back of the head. That's interesting. And then this just... it's a little on the loosey-goosey side. But that looks cool. And the articulation is still there. But it's really loose. That was something they came up with fast and then didn't quite think this through. But man, look at this paint of this guy, like the gold in here. Super dope. Mattel really needs to work on their joints. Dude, NECA flashbacks, no man, you don't know jack, quite frankly. NECA joints are a whole different beast in comparison to Mattel. NECA, all NECA that I handled were pretty much overly too tight, and you were in fear to just break it. Masters has, or the new Eternia specifically, has certain joints that are always a problem, but not in the magnitude of what NECA does. Not at all. Not at all. Okay, some more guys in here. How you doing, boys? Hope you're good. Some more in here. I just used these light panels called Dasny D50. Okay, I haven't heard of those. They're good for indoor shooting, plus I have a few light bars if I want to add coloring to my lighting. That's cool. That's nice. So you're doing pretty much what is it called? ACBA? Is that what you're doing? With some diorama and stuff, few action things and effects. Doing do you use digital camera and keep everything tight so you can see all the particle effects and whatnot? I don't know all the terms because I haven't been in the whole camera game for quite a while. So yeah, we got a little acid spitting effect that works quite well. So that's cool. That headpiece is not good. That is super loose. But that comes down to the fact that the whole head has also this soft material like Hordak has. When you push it down a bit, it's better. Yeah, then it's better. So if you can heat up the head a little bit and then squish it down and keep it in that way, then the, like this, that's called a collar. Then it's it works way better. But this looks cool. I like it. Let's plug in this thing back in. I believe we have an exchangeable chest piece. Yeah, we do. We have an exchangeable chest piece if you want to have him all truly Snake Man, or when he's just neutral before. And I believe this way he was even introduced, right? If I'm not mistaken. And then later when King Hiss returned, he just switched over to Snake Man. Because, sure, your former boss is back. I like this more. This looks better. I want to see the claws. Not Santa Claus. I know exactly who's hurting right now. I know exactly who is hurting from that joke right now. And I love it. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's better. That is way, way better. We just make the version that I think looks cool. And then we are almost out of here. It's been almost an hour. And that was also the case of hour, because I almost broke the pack. Did I have a questions of Assassin's Creed by NECA or McFarlane? No, never did. Not interested in Assassin's Creed figure-wise. I was playing the first game way back, and that was it. It was interesting, but that was all it was. New franchises have a hard time with me. I don't want to say that I'm stuck on franchises, but you know, pretty much like what you watch, right? Like you created your own program in today's day and age with YouTube, and also of course with Netflix, because in that algorithm they also save up what you watch and show you specific things according to that. So that's a good thing because you kind of stay in your bubble. But at the end of the day, it's also bad because you stay in your bubble. You are not shown new things, or barely get shown new things. Or once someone tells you about new things, you're like, what? That shit exists? What the hell? So that's same with that. So G1 race, not just plain black backdrop. I shoot with my Samsung S25 Ultra. Ah, okay. See, yeah, I'm using the what is it? A52. I'm not paying 1.2K for a phone. I'm just no. It's insanity what's happening today with prices, my dude. I just find it easier to go straight to editing. That is true. That is 100% true. That's also what I'm doing. I'm using open camera because that goes around all the subroutines of the smartphone and goes directly to the camera. You know, that's what I figured when, well, that's what my buddy Dennis actually told me when I got this phone and I recorded the first video. I put the video on my PC and it's jittery as hell, like resolution and general frame stability wise. I was like, what the hell is happening? I have a new phone. What is going on with this? I need this video to be smooth. And so he told me, yeah, okay, that could be the overall camera thing. Try open camera. And that thing, like I said, subsides all the little subroutines and I don't know what they call it, how they just optimize the whole thing and forget it. That's the way to go. So that's what I'm using and will probably be going to, what is it now, A53, what's on the market. I mean, they use the old parts, but the old parts are still good. Like if you use nearly all the options and possibilities of a phone, or you're just using this as job-wise in general, okay, maybe you can maybe have a tax deducted or whatnot, I don't know. But otherwise the prices on that are insanity, man. Jacob, feel you, I try new things from time to time, but mostly staying within my bubble. Yeah, that's it, you know, like pretty much also with movies. Like you have a whole lot of new movies, but it's all, isn't it just all more of the same? All stuff that we already know, already knew, and it's all coming back, but not in a good way. Like, see Tron Ares. Like, I wanted to be excited for Tron Ares. I really did. I don't think Jared Leto is such a bad actor. He did weird things. Yeah, I know. There's some sexual accusations in there with this guy, but we're talking actor-wise now. Hulk Hogan also did some questionable things, but he's an icon in wrestling. Let's just be real here. That's all we just talk about. We don't go politics here. But where was I now? I lost my train of thought. that stuff happens. Tron Ares, right? You had a story in Tron Legacy. You know, why not take this and go further? Now they try to do a somewhat of a requel, is the word they're using now, where it is a soft reboot, but it's also a disconnected sequel to be. They don't even know what their own shit is anymore, I feel. And just do the sequel, dude. Like, Sam is in the real world now with an isometric program. You have the things in the real world, and now you have to get a vehicle around Jared Leto. The soundtrack seems to be strong. I haven't heard it yet. Just stick to it. Just don't do something new, still embracing the old stuff, but not 100%. And then you fuck it all up. Like, for what? You don't even get your money back. Stick to your old guns and feed the nerds that want that shit. So yeah, that's my train of thought. So yeah, I believe that's the way to go for this guy. He can't even hold his gun and his club, and I believe the gun can even have he doesn't need to spit the venom. You just it's a little bit harder to have him hold his things due to the claws, but it works, and this guy looks amazing. That's one hell of a figure. That guy's really good. And so much play factor. Like you have hands and you have claws, and you can have him without affiliation, you can have him all Snake Man, you can have him clawed. That guy's good. I might keep him. Might. But here's hope they do. What do we have here? We have Squeeze, Ratlore. So yeah, Snake Men are coming in. This guy's really good, sadly. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Yeah, after this, they won't be doing any Tron. I can tell you that. I don't understand it either, says Jacob. Sure, Tron is niche, but I bet a lot of people would have loved to see Sam's story continue. Absolutely. 100%. You wouldn't even need Kevin. You know, they had put in Kevin as a fan service, but then they cut out all fan service else because they wanted to try and do a new story. For shits and giggles? It's just weird. It's just really, really weird. And there's just no competence in it. No competence in 100% doing this, and no consequence to see it through. I would try and break open the elbow joint. Oh, that did it. Oh, there we go. That's the thing with these guys. You always need to crack open the sculpt. And I did, and I shaved off so much material in there. See, this is also one of the reasons why I started this, because I know I am good at this. But a lot of other people don't know that I'm good at this. Now the thumb hurts because I had to really apply pressure on this one right here. One more time. Worked. And now this guy is perfect. Now this guy works. Now you only need to have some more. I mean, the thing is, they use these new materials on the hats to have them. That's interesting. They use a soft material on the head now, which makes the articulation a little bit wonky, but they went away with the soft material on the chest. Meaning where you previously had more neck articulation due to the soft material, you lose it now, and then you have weird wobbly articulation on the head due to the softness. That's an interesting choice. But that figure is amazing. That is really, really cool. That is one hell of a figure. And I believe he would fit quite well in my Desert of Time display. God damn it. Shouldn't have unboxed this guy. Really, really good. Really, really good. Absolutely solid. And it all works so well that he could actually be better than Ninjor, which was the knockout figure of the last wave. So, you can keep him until next weekend, then I will take him with me. Oh, is that so? We still got a few storage, dear. Just saying. Mattel's been killing it lately with New Eternia. Absolutely insane. Such good figures. And for such small amount of money. I mean, for that quality that you can actually do something around with themselves, you know, for cracking open the sculpt and whatnot. It's just 30 bucks. That's the thing with these toy companies, you know. Sometimes they just do stuff that is so good where you think, see, if you want, your shit actually works. It's weird. But yeah, that's Cobra Khan. Absolute knockout, I gotta say. Even the gun has a little bit details of a snake on there. I mean, you don't have the play feature from back then where he spits water, but since this is the more adult version, having a blast effect in there is the way to go. And it's a good color. Yeah, that's a great figure. That's actually a great figure. Guys, we've been doing this at around an hour. Not as many people as I thought there would be. You would think at 7,000 followers there would be a little bit more. But then again, I've been doing this the first time here overall. I will be doing or putting in a film now. Oh no, I'm going to continue watching Sherlock because I haven't watched this series until now and it started to click with me. And stay to my Saturday and to myself. Tomorrow I will be doing a few preparations. Just so you know, tomorrow then probably will be coming Cobra Khan as a review on at Tim K's Nerd Crate on YouTube, in case you didn't know. And on Tuesday we will have a new episode of Crate Hangouts. We will be joined by German nickname Schwester Chaos from the Transformers community, because that's something else. House collecting and being a little bit proactive in the German community, so I want to talk to her about that. And we'll go from there. So, yeah, that's about it for now. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Thanks to G1 Race. Hi! Hey, you've been joining for... yeah, the last few minutes. To G1 Race, I want to say for actually doing a conversation here. Mucho appreciado, dude. Sadly, most people don't know how to engage anymore, right? That's it. Engage and also just start doing conversation. What I said with the attention span, just stick to something, right? So, appreciate you, dude. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for doing a little bit of a conversation. Let's see if we do that next time again. Everybody, like Jacob said, you guys have a good one. Thanks for tuning in, for everybody who did. And if I can make this available on YouTube, I will. And otherwise, have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy your time, wherever you may be. And I will, to quote a YouTuber that I like to call in a whole other different field of hobby, I will see you all on the next one. Be good, be well. Bye-bye.